right, welcome back. So we have a thread the needle type of day. We got some good weather this morning, but after this it's going to be followed up by 3 to 4 days of rain. So as I said, we're going to try to thread the needle and get a flight in. It looks like a pretty calm, easy morning, so it should be a good flight. I think today's mission, we're going to try out the new engine as far as distance is concerned and do a little bit of cross country, and hopefully if the wind is taking me in a different direction than I normally go, it would make for a great flight. So with that, I'm going to get set up and get in the air. All right, we got set up. Wind direction is going to the southwest, so we're going to take off in that direction. As always, eat the carrot, so they say when you're looking at your windsock. Should be a good launch. I practiced a few seconds ago, and the wind came up pretty fast. Plus, these A-rated gliders are pretty easy for doing that. All right, just got to get clipped in. To be expected. I have some gloves stowed away. Forgot to bring up the gloves. So, with gloves, just like everything, height is key. So, since I got to do a lot of finagling to get to them, I'm going to gain some height. Height is key. Now comes the fun part, just trying to get these out. Let's see what I got first. I got a righty. Come on. And we got lefty. So I'll slowly ease off the throttle. Throttle's actually in my right hand right now. These gloves are a little tighter than I'd like, but they, come on. Alright, we're rolling down, pretty much idle. Alright, I had to go to idle, couldn't get it, and I had to use my teeth to get that, but we are set to go. Oh, no we're not. Just wrapped my cable the wrong way. Come on. Okay, so that's where the idea of height is key, because I started to run out of time. We are all set. So, I always take off without gloves. I like the dexterity of it. As you had seen back in December or maybe earlier, no, it was earlier than that. I had that accident, so to speak, where I just couldn't go to throw throttle. It has to do with the dexterity of my hands and gloves. I just don't like it. And so I always take off without gloves. Well, I stow them away knowing that I'll probably need them at any given moment. So I'm glad I did. And so hands are nice and toasty. Got my balaclava on, my full getup. It's chilly but doable. So we're going to have some fun, see what we see. So let's get some feel of the air. Okay. So with our wind taking us southwest, we're probably headed towards the reservoir. So we're going to head that way. That way the tailwind back will be easy. Let's see if I see my gas station friend. He says he's seeing me flying around. going, because that'll tell me my heading. Do I want to go straight off, or do I want to go slightly southeast or southwest more, like my original flight was doing? So it looks like we're still headed to go pretty much south. So we'll keep that same heading. The reason for it just makes it easier tailwind, so I'm not going to a crosswind later, which isn't a big deal, but it just makes life easier, especially since we're testing out my fuel limits on the newer engine. Wind's still good though. It's like 30 degrees out right now. It's mainly just my exposed face that feels a little cold, but nothing crazy. So that's the nice part about being in the country. I can kind of pick my way around houses. I really don't have a lot of obstructions to worry about. However, I still keep in mind school's in session, so I try to stay clear of them when they're in session. So we won't go this way like we normally do. But I think we're going to duck down low, thread the gap right between those trees. Speaking of trees, we're probably about less than a month away before we start getting some leaves on them. I can start to see some of the buds starting to form on them as well. Maybe the camera can pick them up. They're little red dots. Alright, so there, dead ahead is our tree gap that we're going to head towards. Out. Speed. Stable enough there to go trims out. So we'll have to be cognizant of a little bit of thermals coming over the top of those trees as we thread in here. So any bumps I start to feel that are unnecessary, I'll probably start to gain some height. Yay, trench run. Yeah, like I suspected, I didn't feel anything. Alright, let's gain some height, see what we see. Alright, so Indianapolis, that away. Noblesville Fishers, that away. Finally Chicago and further back. Which way do I want to go? I think we're going to continue to follow this way. Let's cut across the road though. Dead ahead, so we'll have to watch out for that. Alright, let's pick our way across. Stay clear of the people. Stay in the field. Give them a morning show, but not annoy them either. how you kind of make a little bit of waves. But a helicopter stirs it up, and it takes a little bit of time for the air to dissipate. So if I fly anywhere in there, there's a possibility I'm going to hit some super rough turbulence, so it's definitely not working. The question is, where did it come from? Up north of where I was taking off or west? So we'll have to stay clear of that helicopter wave for a bit. I think I read somewhere they could take about a half hour to fully dissipate, but I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. Actually, I'll put the answer right here. Well, this flight is starting to turn into way colder than expected. I'm glad I bought these gloves because I was thinking about bringing my fingerless gloves. I think we're going to have to turn around. That way we still have time to have fun, but well, that was a bummer. But not all flights are going to be aces. And we're at the beginning of the year, so this isn't like it's the end of the season. We're plenty of chances to fly again. I just really wanted to get up here, which I did before this rain hits us. Fingertips are cold, but this hand's fine, so I don't know. There's part of me that always wanted to land right this strip, but I know the takeoff would be really hard. Plus, I don't know how marshy it is. Here it's super marshy. This water looks gross. Well, I think it's just a stagnant flow. It looks firm, but right there it's a little marshy. It'd be wet puddle city. Cool area though. Occasionally I'll see people going through here like canoes. Another area that looks kind of cool. Over all the trash that flows in. Skimming along the top of the corn husks. Up in the middle there, Gonna play around for a little bit before coming in because it's starting to get pretty chilly. I think that may be a possibility. Play around But hey, at least I got up in there. So with that, fly safe.